चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री पुरुषोत्तम मास की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। हरे कृष्णा। लाल लाल लाल, सब लाल। यहाँ भी लाल, यहाँ भी लाल, यहाँ यहाँ नीचे ऊपर सब। और श्रोता भी मेजॉरिटी लाल है।
So everybody is in red.
नर्तकी माता भी लाल लाल, सब लाल। परम सौभाग्य।
So we are extremely fortunate that only last 2 days of this Purushottam month are remaining. So in this pious Purushottam month and on this opportune time, we all are following the Purushottam month and we are trying to perform devotional service more and more. And daily we are listening to the glories and the how to observe this Purushottam month. We all are listening to the same. So today we are going to listen to the 23rd chapter of Padma Puran, singing the benevolence of this Purushottam month. So far we have heard in last 2 chapters, Sud Goswami has started a new pastime from South India, the Brahmana from Kerala, who had performed so much of sinful activities and after his death went to the hellish planets, and he was punished to become a ghost for 100 years, and for 13 years he became a monkey, and he was about to suffer in the hellish planets for 100 trillion years, but he was saved from the same. So we heard that this monkey was really in a pitiable distress situation. He had disease, he was suffering, he was not able to eat properly, he was becoming weak days after day, and one day he was hopping from one branch to other of the tree and he fell down in a lake. He tried hard to come out of this lake, but he couldn't do so, and for three days he was in this water, and on the third day he left his body, and when he left his body he was supposed to suffer in the hellish planets as per the providence decided by Lord Yama, but he went to the eternal abode of the Lord. He got the form of the Lord, the four-armed form of the Lord, and Suji has said that he was amazed that what exactly have I done that I have got so much benefit. And after a few moments, the eternal associates of Lord Vishnu arrived with a divine chariot, and all the kinnaras etc., started berating him and singing his glories. And the eternal associates of Lord Vishnu said, "Oh, Devata, now he has transformed from a monkey to a eternal associate of the Lord." And he was requested to sit on this divine chariot, but he was standing firm. They said that this is for you, but still he was standing still. So for us, it's exact opposite. I've seen quite a few people when we are supposed to board a flight, they get ready 15 hours before that. Are you going somewhere? Yeah, we have to catch a flight after 15 hours. And they're in so much rush. They will check in first. They'll see the security check. They will sit near the gate and they'll sit on the seat also first. But here it's the exact opposite. The chariot has arrived from Vaikuntha, the eternal abode of the Lord, and his associates are requesting him to sit, but he is standing still. So, this is the foundation that this chariot is there, the eternal associates are there, he is being praised, his glories are being sung by the yakshas, etc. And just now he has taken this four-armed form and he is mesmerized, he's shocked, surprised at his great fortune. A person who has been destitute or poor since childhood and he got a Paris money or a touchstone or a blind from birth gets an eyesight. So he gets amazed and he was speechless. So the eternal associates of Vishnu say,
याहि वैकुण्ठ चिरं किमिह तिष्ठसि साष्टिं मुक्ति त्वया लब्ध्वा मास्तु ते संशयो यदि। विष्णु दूता उचुहु, भगवान विष्णु के दूतों ने कहा कि हे प्रभु।
so the eternal associates of Vishnu, the messengers of Lord Vishnu, said that, oh Prabhu, they're addressing him as Prabhu, and he is still astonished that 15 minutes back I was a monkey and now I'm an Prabhu, I'm addressed as Prabhu. So for us also it happened like we have to lie so much and have to work. But as soon as we attach ourselves to ISKCON, as soon as we attach ourselves with Srila Prabhupada's organization and wear a tulsi mala on our neck, then we are addressed as Prabhu. And no matter people start running from us, but if you just perform little devotional service, everybody addresses you as a Prabhu. So people might address as Prabhu, but we should try to be humble. We should not understand that we are Prabhu. We should understand that we are Das, that is a servant. So who are we? We are the eternal servitor, but people will address us Prabhu. And this tussle will go on throughout our lives. So the associates of Lord said, oh Prabhu, so what does this Prabhu implies? So let's try to understand this. So the definition of Prabhu according to the sages and saints and scriptures is kartum akartum iti samartha. So this is the definition of a Prabhu. So Prabhu means kartum, that is whatever is possible, feasible, and kartum is what is impossible, unfeasible. So the things that are possible or feasible and the things that are impossible, unfeasible, sarvatha kartum, who is capable of doing both, is addressed as a Prabhu. So I'm speaking on this word, Prabhu. And here we have Prabhudas Prabhu. So if we request on this word,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. कुछ लोग चिंता में पड़ गए होंगे, मुझे मैसेज करेंगे, प्रभु ये दवाई ले लेना, ये कर लेना, वो એટલે અમારે છીંક ય નો ખાવી, અમારે એટલી સ્વતંત્ર.
Shall I not even sneeze? I don't have it that much independence. People will give me, send me messages that you should take this medicine and that. But one thing, it's definite, for 24 hours, I'll not get a heart attack. So I sneeze, that means that for 24 hours I'm said, so we're going to meet for tomorrow. Otherwise, life is so uncertain. So when we sneeze, then all our nerves are open. Therefore, for 24 hours, you won't get a heart attack. And that is why we address as Lord's mercy by singing Hare Krishna mantra. So I was discussing that a person who is capable of doing impossible feats and to perform possible feats at the same time, therefore, usually the Lord has this capability that he can do whatever is possible and impossible. But what about these people who wear dhoti kurta and their address as Prabhu? So they can eat the food of 10 people, share of 10 people. That is possible only for a person in dhoti. So if we are in pant shirt, we realize that, oh, the tummy is increasing. But in dhoti, there is no measurement. And then the stomach becomes sore. When the boot ends doesn't meet, then we realize that, oh, we have gained so much weight. So we can say that we are Prabhu. Why? We can make impossible to possible. So we can eat people of 10 people. So when we were not in bhakti, how weak or thin we were, and now look at us. So I'm just saying in a joking manner, but according to the essence, why we are addressed as Prabhu?
नामुमकिन को मुमकिन कर देते हैं, अनहोनी.
As the Lord can make impossible possible, visible, similarly, a devotee can also make things possible which are impossible. And in this earth, what is the most impossible thing? In this world, what is the most difficult task to perform? And that is only one thing, that is to perform unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord, that is pure bhakti. So there is an important word here, Shuddha, that is unalloyed, pure devotional service. To perform devotional service is easy, but to perform unalloyed, pure devotional service is difficult. So Rup Goswami says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that devotional service is sudarlabha. It is very, very rare. So to eat, sleep, and mate, to get married is everybody can do it. It's very easy. But to perform unalloyed devotional service is very, very difficult. So, so when I spoke that it is very difficult to perform bhakti, then I say, if I don't think, then he will get bad, feel bad. So in Bhagavad Gita 7.13 verse, Krishna says the same thing. So as compared to other living entities, humans are less. the species of humans are less, and in these millions and millions of people, only a one will try to know me, just try to know me. And of these millions who try to know me, only one will perform devotional service towards me.
ये कन्हैया, ये कृष्ण ही
This
सर्वम
Vasudev, this Kanhaiya, Krishna is everything. And to find such a person who has this understanding is very, very rare. So, in millions and billions of people, there might be one who will say that only Krishna is everything, and they perform devotional service towards him. So, this devotional service is very rare, and such rare bhakti is performed by a devotee. That is why he is addressed as a Prabhu. So the eternal associates of the Lord say or address him as Prabhu. Prayahi means you should move, you should walk towards Vaikuntha. So what are you thinking? You should sit on this chariot. This chariot is in front of you, and we are here to take you to the eternal abode of the Lord. So you should move. Chiram kimaha tishtasi. Chir means late. So why are you delaying this? Kimahi tishtasi. Sashti mukti labdhava. So you have got Sashti mukti or liberation. So to reside in the abode of the Lord, you have been granted this boon, and you should not have any doubt. You should ride on this chariot and come to Vaikuntha, the eternal abode of the Lord. So then this Prabhu replies, now he is an eternal associate of the Lord, who was a monkey. So now he says, Yavatayo Varshato Dhara. He says that maybe I think you are mistaken. Are you sure that you're here to take me? I will sit here on your chariot and then you will take me, and then you will say, no, no, this is a wrong person. Then I will again become a monkey. I don't want any trouble like this. So I just want to make sure, I want to doubly confirm that the eternal associates of the Lord said, why are you saying thus? Then this monkey who is now in the form of the Lord, he puts 3 points. You can see in this verse, Yati Varsho Dhara. So how much water is there in the rainfall? So he said that we reside in eternal abodes of the Lord. So you can ask person who resides on earth. So you might have counted you all reside on earth. So he says, Yavati Varshato Dhara. So the droplets in the rainfall is the quantity of my sins. He's trying to say that his sins are innumerous. The droplets of a rain is the amount of my sins, that is, they're uncountable. And on this earth, all those stones are the amount of my sins that I have performed. And as much stars are there in the sky, that much sins I have performed. I'm such a grave sinner, and you are going to take me to the eternal abode of the Lord. So I am filled with doubt. I don't have any trouble. He might not be from Gujarat, because if we get such a beautiful option, so we'll give it. We will just go and sit there. If you sit, if you have a ticket in economy class and the flight attendant tells you that you should sit in the business class. So will we say that, no, no, I'm from economy class? We will just go and sit there. We will not talk or ask anything, because if we try to do that, then we will have to go back to the economy class. So here he's talking about Vaikuntha, but he is asking honestly that I haven't worked or did anything worth going to the eternal abode of the Lord. I have sinned like so much, as if there are innumerous drops of rain or water in the rainfall, or the stones and pebbles on earth and the stars in the sky. So my sins are uncountable, innumerous. So how can I attain the eternal abode of the Lord? So his immigration is not yet confirmed. So where shall I count him? Whether shall I count him from earth?
रेफ्यूजी के रूप में लटका कर रखते हैं कि भाई तुम अभी होल्ड में हो, कहीं के नहीं हो, हम लोगों को
So,
थोड़ा सोच लेने।
some people are neither from India and US because of immigration and so on and so forth, and they are stuck in between. So he is neither going to the eternal abode nor he belongs to earth now. So therefore, he's addressed as Dev by Sut Goswami. So he is in a neutral position and he is standing there. So when he was asked, then Vishnu Duta's reply beautifully.
आज्ञया त्वां वे नेतुमत्र समागतौ विष्णु प्रियो महापुण्यो नाम्नायः पुरुषोत्तम नाम्नायः पुरुषोत्तमः। देखो भाई, देखो देव, हे देव।
So they say, so in our society also there are some such people who they are not of material world nor of spiritual.
मैं ऐसा फंसा, न मिली, न मिले राम, न मिली माया। तो ऐसे देव बेचारे देव को कह रहे हैं,
so he's addressed as if you should not get worried. Vishnu Agya, that is, we are here on the order of Lord Vishnu himself. So that we are here to pick you up, that is on behest or order of Lord Vishnu. And what does he replies? He says that I understood that it is by the permission of Lord Vishnu, but what have I done? What can a monkey do? Then in the second line, he says that you are asking what you haven't done. Ask me what you haven't done. Vishnu Priyo Mahapunyo, that is the most favorite and the most auspicious, glorious month, Namna Ye Purushottama. And you have followed this Purushottam month. So you have observed this Purushottam month. And beautifully it is described, Yasmin Tvaya Tapashirinam. Yad Labhyam Surerapi. Sura means demons and Api means also. So such a piety, austerity that even demigods cannot perform, you have done that. So they cannot address him as a monkey, and not even a partial or eternal associate of the Lord. So Dev. So the austerity that you perform, even demigods also cannot perform the same. And what has he done? Avigyata Maharaj, in ignorance, although you were not aware, not like you who all are getting aware, but unknowingly, kapidehena yat kritam. So in this body of a monkey, you have performed a great austerity or piety. Then he said that don't the humans do it? He said that not even demigods are able to do so. So let's consider this point here very carefully, cautiously, diligently. So the austerity that this monkey has performed, cannot the demigods perform it? Practically, actually, we can see that he can do. What has the monkey done? He just took a dip in the with, and he has given some fruits to some. So what a monkey can do, cannot the demigods do that, or the humans do that? They all can also do the same. So whatever the monkey did, we can also do that. We are humans. So what a monkey can do, cannot we perform? We can. And not the demigods do it? They can. But what he has done is this. What is the speciality? So we perform this Purushottam month more than this monkey, but we just get entangled or engrossed in one or two things. That is why we don't get the fruit, but he got full marks. So just understand this philosophical point. These things from Padma Puran are very, very beautiful, and it is a beautiful philosophical point that we should imbibe. So this Purushottam month will pass, and after 3 years, we will not listen anything from there. And then after 3 years, we will get reminded of the same. But this philosophical point here that is being shared can be imbibed in our life throughout. So when we all can perform austerity like the monkey, and we all are doing it as a, but what is the difference that he got so much great fruit or benefit? So please understand this philosophical point here.
कृत्यम अन्त्याय कल तद अन्त्याय कल्पते निरूपादि प्रियो विष्णु परोक्षम हरिवल्लभ। दो सिद्धांत बता रहे हैं।
So here sharing two philosophical points and two glories of the austerity performed by this monkey. It is a extremely beautiful thing which we should try to apply in our practical life. It is very, very important, and especially people who do business or job and who has restriction. This is a great thing. This is a very, very special verse for them. So what he says, Paroksham Kanane Krityam. So whatever austerity that you have performed, that oh monkey, oh Dev, the austerity that you performed, Paroksham Kanane, that means Pratikulta, that is in unfavorable situation. Pratikul is unfavorable, unfavorable. So he has performed austerity in unfavorable situation. He was a monkey, so he has so much trouble in this human body. He was diseased and he had so much problem and destitute situation, and they don't even have the knowledge. They lack knowledge. They're ignorant. And in this situation, if someone performs devotional service, then the fruit of the same becomes manifold. So please understand this philosophical point here cautiously. So when you are in an unfavorable situation and you perform devotional service towards the Lord, then he gets the result manifold. So what exactly is pratikulta or unfavorable situation? So first, you're not at your place and you have to go somewhere else and you have to perform devotional service, that becomes difficult. To come out of your comfort zone and to perform devotional service is tough. So the monkey was in uncomfortable zone. And then if you get some disease and still you perform devotional service, so let me stress upon this point again. Paroksham kanane krityam tad anantayayam kalpate. So whatever devotional service you perform in difficult situations, you will get the devotional service millions time more. So the conclusion is that a person who faces devotional service in devotional service, who faces turbulence and disturbance in devotional service, and yet he performs his devotional service, he gets the result manifold. If you are in a distress situation and you perform devotional service, you get manifold result. Sometimes there is so much restriction. We are so much tied to our job that we don't get time or holiday. But no matter what, if we do that, then we get the result manifold. So we understand from this that in our life, we have unfavorable situation. So to perform devotional service in appropriate or favorable situation, then you will get fruit one time. But if you do it in a difficult situation, then you will get the result multifarious, or you will get a varied result. So please don't disturb your situation. If it's favorable situation, then you should perform more devotional service because the result will be less. And if you are in a difficult situation, then you should not stress. If you do even little, then you will get a multifarious result of the same. So in devotional service, you have the sweets in both your hands and even your mouth. So if you have this favorable situation, then you should do more devotional service. And if it's tough times, then even if you do little, then also you will get the result manifold. And you have this proof in front of you in the verse. When you go to the eternal abode of the Lord, you'll say that why you have performed little devotional service. You say that I was not in favorable situation, I was in unfavorable situation. And if you ask that where is it written, then you can show this verse as a screenshot that in Padma Puran in Purushottam Mahatmya 23rd chapter and 16th verse, you have spoken this. Sometimes we need to remind him also. Because in my life, I meet quite a few devotees. I don't get time to perform devotional service. I have so much work pressure. I don't have that kind of time. So, for such people, instead of trying to change your situation, whatever situation we have or are facing is according to the providence, and we need to stay in that situation. And in that situation, we should try to perform as much devotional service as we can. Because if we try to evade this situation, then we will have to suffer again with this providence. So, whatever state or stage Lord keeps us, we should stay there. So, if the situation is inimical, unfriendly, then we should try to perform some devotional service. But if we are in a favorable situation, then we have to perform more austerity or devotional service. So this they're saying that although you were in a body of a monkey and you were diseased, yet you performed this austerity. That is why you will get manifold result. And Nirupadhi Priyo Vishnu. And what kind of devotional service the Lord loves? That is Nirupadhi. What does it implies? So here Nirupadhi has two meanings. And first meaning is
So निरुपाधि माने
so Nirupadhi means the service without any designation, or the service that is done by not saying anything about it, by not advertising it. In our country, it is considered more austere to perform charity without anybody else's knowledge. So, in without getting entangled in name, fame, and we perform such a service where we don't care about all these things, including the designation, etc. So, that service is very, very pleasing to the Lord, and it will make the Lord please us very easily. So we do little service and we speak more. So everything is taken care of the people, but the leaders say that this is what we have done. So the leader won't make the Lord happy easily, but these people who are actually doing the work will get more appreciation or satisfaction. They will give satisfaction to the Lord. So a person doesn't say that I have done this for you or that for you, I've sacrificed this and that for you. When you speak like this, then that love gets destroyed. Nirupadhi Priyo Vishnu. So Krishna loves this the most. So no matter whatever way you perform austerity, you will get the fruit. But the more you try to hide your name, then the Lord loves that more. So he says, oh monkey, you have served the Lord, and you what he used to do. What is his nature is to hop from one branch to other, and whatever fruits he get, they will fall down on the earth. So he used to fall down, but he was unable to eat them because he was diseased, because he was not in a situation to eat them. So whatever fruits have fallen, other humans used to eat them. So indirectly he was so indirectly he was giving the fruits to others, and nowhere it was advertised or there was no board that he has done that. So this was the austerity or charity that was nameless and Paroksham Hari Vallabham. Paroksham here implies that if you directly serve the Lord, then the Lord becomes happy. But if you serve him indirectly, that is, if you serve the devotees of the Lord, then the Lord becomes happy immediately. So, oh monkey, it is true that you haven't served the Lord, but you have served the devotees of the Lord by providing them fruits, and you have made them eat them. That is why you're Hari Vallabha or favorite of the Lord. So the second philosophical point, we can take a reference from Bhagavatam and Ramayana. Nirupadhi Priyo Vishnu. So you have served, but you didn't looked for name or fame as was Shabri, Mother Shabri. So she reached the Matang Rishi's hermitage and she started serving them without giving a name. She used to go, she used to serve and leave, and they were unaware that who is serving them. She was serving the Lord Nirupadhi. That is why the Lord came to her doorstep. So and this monkey hasn't directly served the Lord, but he has indirectly served the Lord by serving his devotees. That is why the Lord became extremely happy. For example, Gajendra and Gra, that is elephant, Gajendra and the crocodile. So the Lord appeared when the crocodile had trapped the leg of an elephant, Gajendra, but immediately when Lord came, he took the form of a yaksha as he was killed by the Lord, and he went as a yaksha. But the elephant had, when the Lord came, he prayed to the Lord, and then he was given the eternal abode of the Lord. So here, directly, the elephant has served the Lord by praying to him, offering a flower to him, but the crocodile has not done anything, but he got the result before. Why? Because he has taken the shelter of the feet of a devotee. As so indirectly, he has taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord by taking the shelter of a devotee. Similarly, this monkey has indirectly served the devotees of the Lord. That is what these associates are saying. So they say that you should not get worried, that you might think that you haven't done anything. That is your humility. Because of your mouth or disease, you were not able to eat. But because of your fickle nature, you used to drop the fruits from branches and humans used to eat. So you didn't eat and you fed others. In this Purushottam month, you're getting the fruit of the same. You haven't drunk the water yourself, and you didn't eat anything, and you took the bath in this transcendental lake for 3 days, and you performed this austerity. So although they say na vigyata, you were not aware of the glories of this Purushottama month, but the the piety of this month will perform its effect or give its result. So in this Purushottam month, even if someone fasts for one, then he gets relieved of millions and billions of sins. So you have totally fasted on this Purushottama month. So therefore, O Dev, Nanam Sudrisham Punyam, there is not a better month to perform austerity in all these three worlds. Neta Tulyam Shubham Chittam, Neta Tulyam Hari Priyam. So this Purushottam month is the most pious, and performing devotional service in this month, there cannot be anything more pious and dear to the Lord. And further they add Yesham Sarvottamo Masa. This Purushottam month is the best month of all. Snan Dan Japir Gataha. In this Purushottam month, if someone takes a bath or perform austerity or chants the holy names of the Lord, then Sarva Sadhan Vishto Vaishnav Purushottama. So such Vaishnav is considered to be the great in all human beings. So therefore, devotees, by just taking a bath, we can become the best among the human. How much merciful is the Lord on us that by just taking a bath in ordinary water, that is also glorious. And we are listening to the nectar of Bhagavatam. We have taken a dip in the nectar of the pastimes of the Lord. So this is something that we should be very, very proud of.
भागवत कथा रूपी अमृत में हम सब स्नान किए और इस पूरे महीने को हम लोग बिताए।
And this whole month we have celebrated thus. And at the end, they add,
धिक्कार है उन लोगों को जो
the
पुरुषोत्तम मास में भजन नहीं करते।
people who don't perform devotional service towards the Lord, they are worth criticism.
इंद्रियों को वश में नहीं रखते।
Those who don't control their senses and perform sinful activities, they such people should be condemned. So this the beloved month of the Lord, that is Vishnu Priyatame Masa, who doesn't perform piety or devotional service, they all should be condemned, criticized. So in this manner, Lord Vishnu's eternal associates tell this monkey the glories of this Purushottama month and whatever he has austerity has performed. And thus this chapter concludes. So the 23rd chapter is concluded. So just imagine that in this Padma Puran, Purushottam, there are total 24 chapters, and today we are concluded the 23rd chapter. Tomorrow we will listen to the 24th chapter, and this chapter will be the last, and the month is also last day of the Purushottam month tomorrow. So tomorrow we will discuss this last chapter and benefit us.
आइए भगवान रामचंद्र शबरी माता के सामने प्रकट हो चुके हैं।
So the Lord has appeared in front of Mother Shabri, and she wants to venerate the Lord, but she is incapable. Therefore, Lord Ram himself venerates her and describes the Navadha Bhakti or 9 limbs of devotional service. So let's recite it first, and then we will try to understand it further.
जय गोपी चित चोर प्रभो जय जय माखन चोर जय जय माखन चोर। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की, श्री शबरी माता की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की। उपस्थित भगवत कथा अनुरागी पधारे हुए
Hare Krishna, I welcome all the loving devotees of Bhagavatam, attendees devotees. I extend my warm welcome and gratitude to the mellowful devotees, senior devotees who have decorated this assembly. I also welcome you all who have joined through the medium of Facebook, YouTube, Govind TV, etc. from all the parts of the world, that is all the listeners, attendees, devotees, and the organizers of this beautiful Katha, the whole Patni family. If we remember their pious ancestors, Damji Bhai, Chotu Bhai, Dudi Bhai, Dudi Ben, Kanji Bhai, Vijayabin, Jasubin, and Prabhudas Bhai.
शिल प्रभुपाद जी के परम
Srila
कृपा पात्र
Prabhupada Ji's
और
most
ये समग्र परिवार जैसे कि
the most
नैरोबी से योगेश भाई, लंदन से नवीन भाई, रंजन बहन, रमेश भाई तथा मुरली बहन,
the recipients of the most mercy of Srila Prabhupada
इंदिरा बहन
and
और
their
केन्या से शोभा बहन,
whole family,
सभी भक्तों का
I welcome you all
भगवत कथा के
on the
6th दिवस में
6th day of
पुनः एक
this
बार
Bhagavatam Katha. Welcome back, and
आप सबके चरणों
please
में
accept our humble obeisances at your lotus feet.
जय सिया राम।
Jai Siya Ram.
नवधा भक्ति,
Navadha
शबरी
Bhakti,
नवधा भक्ति
that is Shabri's 9 limbs of devotional service,
कर रहे हैं
we all are listening to the same,
और शबरी माता
and
निवेदन करती है
Mother Shabri requests
कि हे प्रभु
that,
मैं
oh
आपकी
Lord,
स्तुति करने में
how
असमर्थ
can
हूँ,
I venerate you? I am unqualified,
केहि
incapable
विधि
of doing the
अस्तुति
same.
करो
Kehi
तुम्हारी।
vidhi astuti karu
हम लोग
tihari.
पिछले कई दिनों से
So
इस
since
पॉइंट
so
पर
many
चर्चा
days,
कर रहे हैं
we have been discussing on this singular point.
केहि विधि अस्तुति करो तुम्हारी।
Kehi vidhi astuti
शबरी माता कहती है
karu
कि मैं आपकी स्तुति
tumhari.
कैसे कर सकती हूँ,
How can I
आपकी
venerate you? How
आपकी
can I
स्तुति
pray
करने में
or
मैं
sing your
असमर्थ हूँ
glories? I am incapable
और इसलिए
in doing
भगवान
that,
राम
and
शबरी माता
therefore
की स्तुति
Lord
करते हैं।
Ram starts venerating her.
तो इस पॉइंट पर विचार करते हुए
So on
शबरी
thinking
माता ने
and
कहा
contemplating on this
कि
point,
मैं
Mother Shabri
आपकी
said
स्तुति करने में
that
असमर्थ हूँ,
I
तो
am
क्या
not
हम लोग
qualified or
भगवान की
incapable
स्तुति करने में समर्थ
to
हैं?
venerate you. And are we
और यदि हम लोग
capable
भगवान
or
की स्तुति
qualified to
करने
venerate the
में
Lord?
समर्थ
And
है,
if we
तो
are
क्या हमारी स्तुति
qualified
भगवान
or
सुनते
capable,
हैं?
then does the Lord
आप
listens
तो
to our
कल की
prayers?
बात फिर से आपने शुरू कर दी।
So you might say that you are
यदि
repeating what you
हमारा
said
आज
yesterday.
भी स्तुति हमारे जीवन का एक अंग है
So these
और इस पर
prayers
विचार
is
होना
an important
ये
part
हम
of
सबका
our
कर्तव्य
life.
है।
So we need to contemplate on
अतः
that diligently.
हम
Therefore,
सबको इस
we
पर विचार
all
करना चाहिए।
should think
क्या
about the
हमारी स्तुति
same.
भगवान सुनते हैं?
Does the Lord listens to our
मैं
prayers?
और एक विचार आज आपके बीच में रखूं।
So let me present one more
यदि
chain of
हमारी
thought.
स्तुति में
If
कपट है,
our veneration has
हैं?
conceit or
फिर से कहूं,
deceit
यदि
or a
हमारी
cheating
स्तुति में
tendency,
जरा भी कपट है,
if you
तो
have
स्तुति
even an
करते करते
iota
मर
of
जाओ।
cheating
मत बोलिए तुम को
propensity,
તમે વાંકા વળી જાઓ,
and
તમે ઘરડા થઈ જાઓ,
then even if you
તમે ગમે
pray
એટલી સ્તુતિ
throughout
કરો
your life, you
તમારી
become
स्तुति
old or
બરાબર
you
જ છે।
die, you might
પણ જો તમારી स्तुતિમાં કપટ
memorize
હશે,
the venerations or
તો
prayers,
ભગવાન
but if you have
ક્યારેય
deceit
નહીં
or
સાંભળે।
conceit in your prayers, then the Lord will never listen to your prayers.
हमारी स्तुति भगवान तब सुनते हैं
Our prayers are
जब
heard by
हमारी
the Lord
स्तुति में
only and
निष्कपटता हो,
only when
निष्कपटता
our
हो।
prayers are
कपट
without
वाली
any
स्तुति
conceit
भगवान
or
नहीं
deceit.
सुनते।
The Lord
आप
doesn't
बोलोगे
listen
हम तो
to
कोई
such
कपट नहीं
prayers.
करते। मैं
So you might say that
गारंटी
we,
के साथ साबित कर
we
दूं
don't do any deceit.
कि हमारी
So I
स्तुति में
can say on
कपट
him that,
होता है,
and I can prove that our
हैं?
prayers
अवश्य
have
होता है।
the
आप
cheating
देखोगे।
propensity or tendency. Today you will see.
सो पहले तो ये समझिए
So
स्तुति में
first and
कपट
foremost,
नहीं
let's
होना चाहिए।
understand that
यदि कपट
the
है
prayers should be
तो स्तुति
without
भगवान नहीं
any
सुनेंगे। और
falsehood,
शायद इसी
cheating
भावों को लेकर शबरी कहती है
propensity.
केही
And
विधि
therefore,
अस्तुति करो
Shabriji
तुम्हारी।
is saying that how can I
मैं
venerate
आपकी
you, O
स्तुति
my
कैसे
Lord?
कर सकती हूँ। रामायण में एक प्रसंग
In
है,
Ramayana, there is a pastime.
राम जी समुद्र के तट पर पहुंच चुके हैं
Ramji is on the
और
waves
दूसरी
of the
ओर
ocean,
विभीषण
and on other
अपने
hand,
बड़े भाई रावण को मनाते हैं,
Vibhishan
समझाते हैं।
is
देखो
counseling his brother that, oh my
राम जी
dear brother,
पूरी सेना को लेकर समुद्र के तट पर
Ramji
पहुंच गए हैं।
has already reached the ocean. How far is Lanka now? I am still saying or telling you that you should return Mother Sita to him and you should ask for forgiveness, seek his forgiveness. You should, he will not fight and he will give you another lease of life. So Vibhishanji counseled Ravana very well, but Ravana was adamant. He became angry and he kicked Vibhishan and threw him out of Lanka. Goswamiji says that Vibhishan Ji was not kicked, he kicked his own fortune. Ravana has just kicked his fortune. And as you all are aware, that Vibhishan took the shelter of Lord Sri Ram afterwards. And when Vibhishanji comes to Lord Sri Ram, then Sugrivji comes to Lord Ram that this brother of Ravana is coming. If you permit, then we will kill him on the way itself. Ramji said that no, we should not do that. He said that he is this brother of Ravana. Maybe he is here to take our secrets or share that information. Outwardly, it might see that he is a messenger or a peace messenger, but inwardly, if he has deceit, so we are talking about this deceit that in our prayers, if we have deceit, then the Lord will not listen. So listen what Lord Ram replies.
दस शीशा सुग्रीव ने कहा तब हूं न कछू भयहा निकपीसा निरमल मन जन सो मोहि पावा निरमल मन जन सो मोहि पावा मोहि कपट छल छिद्रन भावा मोहे कपट छल छिद्रन भावा। समझने लायक प्रसंग है सब
So
प्रैक्टिकल।
this is a very important pastime worth understanding and contemplating. So Sugrivji says, "Oh Lord, outwardly he might come with folded hands as a peace messenger, but inwardly, if he is deceitful, deceptive, then Lord Ramji replies, if so, these are the words of Lord Sri Ram that, oh Sugriv, if Vibhishan is here to know our secret, and as you are saying or thinking, Patwa Dasasisa, and Lord or 10-headed Ravana has sent him, you are thinking that, although I don't feel the same, but if we just agree on this, that he has been sent by Ravana to know the secret, then inwardly he might be deceitful or deceptive, and outwardly he might come with folded hands as the servant. So Ramji gives a very beautiful statement. He says, if he has deception in his heart, then we should not be worried. Just listen diligently. What is the philosophical point here? If we are cheating the Lord, then the Lord won't be at loss. We will be at a grave loss. If someone is deceitful to us, so this applies to on the two places. If someone is deceptive to us, so please keep faith that we will not be at loss. But a person who has this cheating propensity will be at loss, if not today, then tomorrow. It might possible that for a short time they might get some benefit, but ultimately the loss will be of the person who is deceptive. That is the conclusion. So Ramji has beautifully said that Vibhishan is duplicitous or artful, and he is playing to know the secret, and Ravana has sent him to know our secret, and he is here to deceive us. Then we are not at loss.
So
Kapish means Sugri. That is the lord of the monkeys. Then Ramji gives a philosophical point.
Mana jana so mohi pava Niramal mana jana so mohi pava Mohe kapat छल छिद्रन भावा मोहि कपट छल छिद्रन भावा। राम जी ने कहा कि सुग्रीव,
Ramji said, "Oh Sugriv, the master of all the monkeys, Kapish, only a person whose heart is pure and who don't have any cheating propensity will attain me." So our point is that if the Lord listens to our veneration or praise, if our prayers have deceit or deception, then he won't listen. But if it's without deception, then he will listen to us. Why? Because he says that I like everything. I can taste the berries of Shabri. I can eat stale chapatis of 3 days, but I don't like deception or deceit. So, who is our Lord? So his name may be Natkhat, but this Natkhat doesn't like Khatpat, that and conceit. So we fight and we cheat people. So he doesn't like that. He doesn't like scrupulous people. So whatever prayers that we do, how much do we cheat the Lord? Just give it a thought. Oh Lord, I love you. Do we love him, or you love the wealth, money? So from the cheating starts. Our speech has so much powerful words that we use, but how much deception we have. And even if we venerate the Lord in such manner, the Lord will not be at loss. Only the person who is trying to deceive will be at loss. So I told about 3 people, Brahma, Shiv, and Narada. When they venerate the Lord, then that is a honest, truthful, straightforward veneration. Brahmaji sings,
जन सुखदायक प्रणतपाल भगवंता गोद्विज हितकारी जय यशुरारी सिंधु सुता प्रिय कंता, जेहि सृष्टि उपाई त्रिविध बनाई, संग सहायन दूजा, सो कर उयधारी चिंत हमारी, जानिय भगति न पूजा। सीताराम राम राम सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम राम। मैं आपको निष्कपट स्तुति का एक एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूँ।
So I am just giving you an example of a veneration that is truthful. So these prayers are by Brahmaji, and just listen to his words. He says, Jai Jai Surnayak. So the Lord of all the demigods should be venerated, and the one who gives bliss and happiness to every living entity should be prayed, and who by just praying to him protects a person, such Lord should be prayed or be glorious. So who is a well-wisher of cows and brahmanas. And now look at the truthfulness, honesty of Lord Brahma. So even the system has unbolded it. So he says that is Sindhu Sutta, that is the daughter of the ocean, Lakshmi ji's beloved husband. You should be very, so everything is very positive here. But he said there is one shortcoming, he told to the Lord himself. And what is that? You are enemy of the demons. Asurari. Asur is the demon and Ari is the killer or destroyer. So yesterday we were listening to the glories of a saint. So the saint has one quality, Ajat Shatru. What is that quality? That is a saint never has any inimical feelings towards anyone. He doesn't have any enmity towards others. So even if others consider him to be his enemy, but still he will not have any feeling of animosity. So when a saint doesn't have this quality, but Brahmaji said that you are a killer of the demons. When you reach a stage of devotional service and someone says that you might have some animosity between you and him, so for a devotee, if you say something like this, that is bad. A saint never thinks that others are inimical towards him, and to say that the Lord that you are inimical towards the demons, then this is a shortcoming or a bad quality. But when Brahmaji is venerating the Lord, he said honestly with candor. Had he wanted to just butter the Lord, then he would have skipped this point easily. But look at his truthfulness, honesty. He told whatever is as it is. So if you are inimical towards the demons, then you are. So this is his candorness. He directly tells the Lord that you're inimical towards the demons. And then what he says further, you created this world And we all are running this universe on your order. And whenever we are troubled, please remove our distress. And what is his second candor? He says, he openly says that I don't know how to venerate you or how to perform your devotion. I'm so worthless, futile. And what is where Brahmaji is speaking this? 33 crores of Devi Devatas are standing, and Mother Earth, who has taken the shelter of Brahmaji, is a disciple of Lord Brahma. So his disciple and demigods are there. So 33 types of demigods are there, and say that I don't know how to perform devotional service. I don't know the process to venerate you. So just to say that how much willpower you need. Although we don't know anything, yet we say that we know everything, or we claim we know everything. But this reveals the honesty, truthfulness of Brahmaji. In the first verse, he refers to the Lord as Asurari, the enemy of the demons. And while he was about to speak about himself, he didn't did any deception. He honestly said that I don't know how to perform devotional service, nor I know how to venerate. Brahmaji is the creator of this material universe, and he is the creator of all the rules and regulation, how these devotional service should be performed is all written by Brahmaji, and he's saying that I don't know how to do the same. So it is like if I tell them, and I have forgotten the Mahamantra. But Brahmaji doesn't hesitate for a moment to say this. He, without any consideration about who is there, he has said what is truthful. When some people do venerate, they think that whatever prayer that I am doing, by that prayer, other people are getting satisfied or happy or not. You might have seen in temple when there is a kirtan or prayers are sung, when the slokas are recited, just tell honestly, when we recite in front of some people, then have this, does the people like what I'm doing or not? Are you doing these prayers for the people or the Lord? So what is another deception or deception in our heart or duplicity in our heart, that although we are doing it for the Lord, but we are concerned whether it is liked by people. So we are doing it for the people, not for the Lord. So Brahmaji didn't care a fig. He he said that straightforwardly, I don't know any bhakti devotional service or rules and regulation, even if you like or not. I'm venerating the Lord. I'm doing it for Him, not to satisfy or make others happy. So, without caring about the people, with truthfulness, honestly, if someone venerates the Lord, then the Lord listens to their prayers. In temple, so many people perform their devotional service and veneration, but not everybody's prayers are seen or services are acknowledged by the Lord. He listens and acknowledges only of those who do it without any ulterior motive, who do it without any duplicity. And let me add one secret with you, which Maha Kinkar Maharaj has said. He said, He the Lord responds to our prayers also, but that response will be given only to the one who performs devotional service without any conceit, and he will not spare or waste a moment in replying or responding, we will immediately get the reply if we do it without any duplicity or deception. So Shabri has this humility that my heart is filled with deception, and if I pray you, so I am incapable. And in this sense, she is saying, "Kehi vidhi astuti karu tumhari." How can I venerate you? So today I heard that. So today we heard that we should perform the veneration or praise of the Lord without any deceit. So there is another thing, whether the veneration should be with the desire of fruitative action or it should be without any desire of fruit. So if a person says that I need a job, you are so great, so please help me. So this is the desire of rooted fruits, and Nishkam is na janam, na dhanam, na sundarim. So please listen carefully. There is a great misunderstanding that we have in our mind. So let me clarify the same. So to perform fruitative devotional service, is it good or bad? So you all are here on the screen. I have a mic. So tell me, if you have some desire and you perform devotional service to the Lord, is it right or wrong? So you all are pure devotees. You will say wrong. So in front of the Lord, we should not keep desires. It is good if you perform devotional service without expecting any fruits. That is a great level or higher level. But if someone has a desire and he prays, that is also not wrong. The problem is that our sages and saints have criticized the Sakam devotion so much that even if we have desire, that then we get scared even to ask the Lord. So this Nishkam has become so famous, made famous by the sages and saints, that to speak our desire is as if like we have committed a grave sin or we have offended someone. Do we lack desire? Had we no desire, then would have we here on this earth, we would have been sitting in the eternal abode of the Lord. We have desires. So just let me know if you have desire in your heart, and we tell the Lord we don't have any desire, although we have so many lustful desires. We are just looking for an opportunity, but outwardly we say that we don't have any desire. Do we ever let go of our wealth? If we get an opportunity to get money, so do we take a step back? But outwardly we say that no dhanam, no janam, no sundarim. So we don't need any beautiful women. All the websites of you have registered there, and in morning you say no sundarim, no dhanam, no wealth. So in Mangla we say in Shikshashtakam, na dhanam, na janam. And after 30 minutes we go to office. So just let me know whether is it not deceit or duplicity. So there is a grave difference between your words and your actions. So that is hypocrisy, duplicity. So when we think about this point of veneration, then we will understand. So there is a difference between our speech and actions. So if we are going to the office, so we are not going there on a voluntarily basis. We want to take care of our household, and that is why we want to earn money. So there is this desire. So why we should try to hide it, not to present it, rather than presenting it to third class materialist people, we should present it towards or in front of the Lord in complete honesty. A small child, if he desires a toy or anything and he goes to someone and asks him, then that is not a good thing. But he should tell his parents that I want this, then it is a genuine need or desire, then this is good. So if the Lord is our everything and we are not able to say our desire in front of him, then whom shall we reveal them? So so let's clear this misunderstanding that to ask anything from the Lord is not a sin. To ask from the Lord is not sinful, but it is about the stage of our devotional service. So today we are in the stage that we have this material desires, and if we have, then inwardly and outwardly they should be same. So inwardly we have so many lustful desires, and outwardly we say that we don't need any wealth, women, anything. So that is duplicity or deceit. And Lord Rama has already said that I don't like deceit or conceit. So if we have desire, then we have desire. We should at least accept the fact. So sages and saints have talked at length about Nishkam Bhakti. They themselves are roaming with a receipt book to get donation for the temple. So are you without any desire of fruits? You don't have anything, any responsibility, yet you are not Nishkam, but we're a householder, we have so many responsibilities of children, family, etc. So obviously we will have desires. And if we have desires in our heart, then to speak them, that is truthfulness. And that truthfulness, if used in our prayers, then the Lord listens to our prayers. If in our heart we have these material desires, but outwardly we said we don't need anything, then that is deceit or cheating propensity. So to desire and ask from the Lord is not invalid. The Lord listens to such prayers. But if we try to be duplicitous, that we have desires and we don't say that we have them or admit them, then the Lord will not listen to our prayers. So, such people who have desires or want fruitive results, they have been criticized by the saints. So, let me add a statement by Ram Kinkar. So, what did he say? He said, a devotee who has desire in the front or in the eyes of perception view of saints and sages, they might not be good in the eyes of a saint or saintly people, but the Lord, for Lord doesn't differentiate between the people who desire for fruitive results or the one who have offered their fruits. So the Lord thinks that at least whether he has desire or not, at least he is here and taken my shelter. That is what I need or require. So if I tell you Dhruv Maharaj attained the Lord in 6 months, if not, then let me know. So was Dhruv Maharaj performing devotion without the desire of any fruitative results. He had desire of a great kingdom that is greater than my father and grandfather. So, so, so Dhruva is with desire and we are desireless. So let's move to Vrindavan. Let's go to the forest. So if we have desire, then we should admit it. Dhruv Maharaj had this desire and he went to the Lord with all these desires and the Lord listened to his prayers. Didn't he heard his prayers or not? He did. So was he Sakam or Nishkam? So the Lord listened or heard him. Why? Because he didn't have any deception in his words. That is what should happen. For us, we are outwardly different and inwardly we are different. That is why the Lord doesn't listen to us or responds to us. So Krishna says to Arjuna that I don't care whether a person comes with the desire of fruit. He says that four types of people when pray to me or come to me, some comes for wealth or to remove their distress, for inquisitiveness or knowledge. I don't care. But the only thing that matters is that he's coming to me. Then why should we worry? I say that sages and saints have criticized so much that to speak that also is get scared to admit that we have desire. So that is a stage, the dhanam na janam. So that is our goal. But today we are not at this position. We are not that state at that stage of devotion. Gradually we will reach there. But today we have desire, and if you have desire, then we should present it towards the Lord, in front of the Lord. Then the Lord will listen. In Gujarati, there is a saying that even if you don't ask, then even the mother will not, even the Lord will not give you. So whatever we desire, we should tell to the Lord, admit it. So the Aarti of Ramayana is mentioned. In Aarti itself or veneration itself, the Tulsidas ji has mentioned that this so here there is a repetition of this word Aarati. So the one Aarti is the one that we keep the lamp and we circumambulate in front of the Lord, and the Aarati is distress. So the first Aarti is distress. So all the distresses are removed by venerating the Lord or by offering the lamp to the Lord. And we sing this. So this is a stuti that has a desire that our distresses should be absolved.
So इस प्रकार से सकाम स्तुति.
So in this manner, the sakam stuti is not invalid and the Lord listens to the same. And even if we do venerate the Lord in this manner, if we attain the Lord, we will not have any desire. And the Lord is confident about the same. He says that at least he's coming to me. Once the Supreme Personality of Godhead is in front of us, we will forget everything else. Dhruv wanted all these toys. Dhruva wanted this great kingdom as a toy. But when the Lord was there, he didn't care about the kingdom. I don't want anything. That's what he said. I just need you. By any medium, we should at least reach to the Lord. Vibhishanji is described in Ramayana thus. When Vibhishanji came and took the shelter of Ramji, this is the pastime from where we started. So he had a desire in his heart.
प्रथम वासना रही। विभीषण जी कहते हैं कि मेरे हृदय में वासना
Vibhishan ji admits that I had
मेरे
lustful desire in my heart. I had a desire in my heart
मुझे लंका से निकाल दिया,
that my brother has
का राजा बनूंगा, मेरा राज्य
thrown me out of his kingdom. So where will I be the king?
छूट गई।
So now I no longer a resident of Lanka. So in Vibhishan's heart,
प्राप्त करने की कामना थी।
he had this desire to be the king of Lanka.
विभीषण के हृदय में थी।
So it was in his heart. But
लेकिन जैसे ही राम
Prabhupada Preeti, as soon as he Sirit Subahi, so
फिर भी विभीषण जी ने
as soon as he took the shelter of the Lord, these desires
कि प्रभु कामना थी, मैं एक्चुअली स्वार्थ के लिए ही आया था
went away like the water of the river flows.
कि मुझे लंका का
So he
राज्य
said,
मिल जाए।
he says that I had this desire that I should be made the king of Lanka. But after looking at you, having your audience, I don't need this kingdom. So now he became Nishkam. So when he was relieved of this deceit or desire, then what does Ramji adds that although you don't have this desire that you should rule the Lanka, but my audience cannot be futile for anyone. ऐसे कही राम तिलक ते ही सारा. Ramji coronated him the king of Lanka. And from the skies, the demigods started showering flowers. So he had this desire, but he lost his desire, but still he got the benediction from the Lord. So in essence, even if we venerate the Lord with fruitive desires, then also the Lord will listen to us. We should at least not try to be duplicitous, deceptive. Although that is our goal, to reach that devotional service that is with free of any ulterior motives or desires. But we should not fake it. So now we are speaking about veneration, so let me just complete. So then there is another veneration, that is Vyangya. So in this, what happens is, please listen diligently. So in this, the words are negative. So this is a veneration in sarcasm. So the words may be negative here, but the intent is pure. So there is a grave difference between deceit and sarcasm. So in deceitful prayers, the words are good, but the intent is wrong. So that is a cheating propensity, deceitful nature. But in the sarcasm veneration or Vyangya Stuti, the words may be hard and negative, but the intent is pure. So the Lord doesn't respond or listens to this deceptive prayers, but the Lord answers and responds to this sarcastic veneration, and our Lord loves it more. If we tell or address Krishna as Makhanchor, that he is the stealer of the butter, so what kind of stuti is this? To address someone as a thief, is it a veneration or is it a praise? To address him as Ranchor, is it a veneration?
रण छोड़ तो कृष्ण को
So he's the one who ran from the field. So the words are hard, harsh, but the intent is pure. Do you understand? In veneration, the words harshness will be tolerated, but the intent should be pure. But ours is exact opposite. Our words are good, but our intent is bad. Therefore, the Lord doesn't listen to our veneration or prayers.
जैसे रण छोड़ कहने के लिए तो बुरा है रण छोड़, लेकिन भाव क्या है? ब्राह्मणों की रक्षा करने के लिए,
So the
ब्राह्मणों का
intention that to protect the Brahmanas, he left the battlefield.
विनय पत्रिका में
In Vinay Patrika,
शिव जी के प्रति एक व्यंग किया।
Brahmaji has
शिव जी को व्यंग
said
किया। क्या
something
व्यंग किया?
in sarcasm towards Lord Shiva. What does he say?
ये व्यंग
So this is
स्तुति है।
a verse from Vinay Patrika. This is a example of this sarcastic prayer.
हे भवानी,
He says, Bavaro Ravaro Naha Bhavani. He says, Oh Bhavani, your husband has gone crazy. So this is a negative word.
ब्रह्मा जी भवानी को कहते हैं,
Brahmaji is telling
रावरो ना भवानी,
Bhavani, your husband has gone
दान
crazy.
करो दिन देत दये बिनु, वेद बड़ाई भानी। अभी तो पूरा पद है, मैं इसका भाव आपको बता दूं
So let me just
कि
tell
ब्रह्मा
you
जी
the
पार्वती जी से कहते हैं
intent or emotion behind this was when Brahmaji tells Mother Sati or Parvati
कि तुम्हारा पति बावरा हो
that
गया है।
your husband has gone crazy. Why?
बोले, मैं लोगों के कर्म को
He says,
देखकर उनके भाग्य को
by
लिखता हूं
looking at
और बुरे
the
कर्म वालों के
actions of
भाग्य में
people, I
मैं
write
कुछ
their
नहीं
fortune
लिखता,
or providence.
जीरो होता है। लेकिन
And a
जो
person who
व्यक्ति
is
ऐसी तपस्या
unfortunate,
करते हैं तेरे
but
पति
they just
शिव जी के
perform
पास
little
आते हैं
austerity and they
और
come to
उनको
Lord
स्वर्ग
Shiva
दे देता है।
and he gives them heavenly planets.
उसके भाग्य में कुछ नहीं होता, वो थोड़ी
He
तपस्या
didn't
करके
have
तेरे पति शिव जी के
anything in his
स्वर्ग देता
providence,
है।
but he just takes
अब
the shelter of Lord Shiva
अब
for a
घर
while
भर गए,
and
मतलब
he gets the heaven.
हाउसफुल हो गया।
So now the
अब
heaven has
जिसके
become
कर्म में
houseful.
स्वर्ग नहीं था वो शिव जी
So
उनको
who
दे
was
दिया,
not
तो
intended to
सोचो
go to
घर में
heavenly
है ही
planets,
गली, उसको मैं क्या
so
दूं?
he was given by
इसलिए
Lord
मैं
Shiva,
ब्रह्म
but
पद छोड़ने जा रहा हूँ।
the one
बावरो रावरो भवानी, क्योंकि भवानी तेरा पति बावरा हो गया
who
है।
deserve or who are qualified to go to heaven, where should I make them stay? So that is why I want to leave my position
स्तुति करते हैं,
of
क्योंकि
Brahma.
शिव जी को ये
So in
पता
this
था
manner
कि
he
बुरा
is
नहीं होगा।
venerating the Lord. So does
कहते हैं प्रेम
Lord likes
प्रशंसा
it or not?
विनय व्यंग जुत। एक्चुअली ब्रह्मा जी के द्वारा शिव जी की ये प्रसन्नता है, प्रशंसा है,
So Tulsi
लेकिन
Das ji
व्यंग
is
की
saying that this
प्रशंसा
is
है।
the praise of Lord Shiva, but that
आज
is
भारत
in
में
the
15
mode of
अगस्त है,
sarcasm. So in India today is
तो
15th
मैं
August.
हर वर्ष तो मेरे मन माइंड में होता है, मैं कुछ ना कुछ बोलता हूँ।
So every time I
तो
speak
आज
something
15वें
regarding
वर्ष
that,
में मैं इतना ही कहूँगा।
so I just want
एक
to
समय
say
पहले
this. Some
विपक्षियों
time
ने
back,
हमारे मोदी सरकार के विषय में कहा था,
the opposition
मोदी
has
पर
told about Modi
दोषारोपण करते हुए
or have
विरोधी
blamed
पक्ष
him
ने क्या कहा कि ये मोदी जो है, ये
that
मोदी ने देश को बिगाड़ दिया। ये विपक्षी की बात
he
है।
has spoiled the
मोदी ने देश
country
को
or the
बिगाड़
people.
दिया, ये मोदी ने कैसा शासन किया,
How
मोदी ने
has he
ऐसा
ruled the
शासन
country
किया कि देश 500 साल
that
पीछे चला गया।
the country
ये
has gone 500 years back?
विपक्षियों का मोदी के ऊपर दोष है।
This was
ओके,
their criticism
कि
of
मोदी ने ऐसा
Modi,
शासन किया,
that
ऐसा
he has
किया कि
ruled in
देश
such a
500 साल
manner
पीछे चला गया।
that the country has
ये
gone
एक्चुअली दोष है।
500 years
अब
back.
इसी
So
बात को
this
लाल
is
गोविंद
a
दास व्यंग के रूप में मोदी की स्तुति
satire.
करना चाहे
But
तो
if someone wants to say in
हाँ,
sarcasm, then yeah,
मोदी जी ने ऐसा
we can say
शासन किया, ऐसा शासन
that
किया
Modi has ruled
कि
in
देश
such a
500
manner
साल पीछे चला गया। मानो
that the
500 साल
country
पहले
has gone
चैतन्य
500
महाप्रभु
back.
प्रकट हुए थे,
So
ये
Chaitanya
पीछे
Mahaprabhu
चैतन्य
was
महाप्रभु के
present there.
जमाने में चला गया।
So the country
अब
has
और एक
gone to
बार
the
मोदी जी की सरकार आ
era
जाए,
of Chaitanya
और
Mahaprabhu.
मोदी
So
जी आ जाए तो 500
if
साल नहीं 5000
once
वर्ष पीछे चला
more
जाएगा और राम राज्य आ
if
जाएगा।
he comes or Yogi Ji
ये है
comes, then
व्यंग।
we will go 5,000 years back and Krishna will reappear.
अरे
We
मोदी जी
will be
क्यों
in
500
Dwapar
साल
Yuga.
पीछे लेकर गए? तुम रुको, अभी तो केवल 500
So
साल
wait,
पीछे, माने चैतन्य महाप्रभु के समय
so
का
we have
चर्चा
just
हो रहा
reached
है।
the
ये
era of
एक
Chaitanya
कलयुग
Mahaprabhu.
होगा
If
तो
he
सब
stays
धर्म
there
नष्ट हो
longer,
जाएगा
then we
और
will go
राम राज्य
5,000
को
years
प्रकट
back
कर
and
देगा।
the
मतलब
Ram
विपक्षियों
Rajya
के
will
जो शब्द
manifest.
है, जो
So the
व्यंग
words
है,
of the opposition,
वो
which were the
विष्णु की
words of
सभा में
satire,
स्तुति के रूप में प्रकट किया।
criticism can be presented as a
तो ये
satire.
सब स्तुतियों का भाव और शब्द और व्यंग व्याकरण है।
So this is the
अब स्तुति की
intent
बात मैं कर रहा
grammar, etc. of a prayer. So we are talking about the veneration. So Mother Shabri is saying, how can I venerate you? So stuti is singing the praises or glories of someone. So if we want to sing praises of someone or glories of someone, whether it is a person of the spiritual of the material world or anyone else, so when we praise them, then we try to magnify it in some manner. As people, when there is a physical katha, people praise me. Lal Govind Prabhu has came from so far. Has he came there walking? I, I went on a flight. So to praise, they had to keep these words there. He's come from so far. And then usually they say, Prabhuji's wealth is not well, yet he's giving his time. So wherever I go, people announce this, that his health is not well, and still he's here. So of 365 days, I'm sick all the 365 days. Just let me know. If everybody tells that my health is not well and still he's here, so is it that I'm a weakling or disease? But they just want to praise me. So it's the prayers are always in a hyperbole. So when we praise someone, we speak in hyperbole, but when we speak, if we pray to someone, then if we don't tell according to their qualification or capability, then that will be considered not their praise but their criticism. Or so when we glorify someone, then we should magnify it. But if we don't magnify that, leave that. But whatever qualities they have, if we don't even express them, if we don't even express half of their qualities, then will that be considered their praise? That will be a shortcoming. So now let's come back to the Lord. The qualities that the Lord has, and we glorify Him or praise Him, that is stuti. So whatever qualities are there in Ram or Krishna, we are praising these qualities, then we should try to magnify them rather whatever the qualities the Lord has, are we able to express even half of these qualities? So when the Lord has all these qualities and we are not able to present, then that prayer will or glorification will not be considered a prayer but a criticism or condemnation. That is why the great exalted devotees have said that this is not a glorification but a condemnation. So we are venerating you or glorifying you. Whatever a person is, we should magnify their qualities. That is glorification. But what qualities you have, we are not even able to share an iota of those qualities or speak about an iota of those qualities. So we are criticizing you in a way. That is why Shabriji is saying that how can I venerate you? Because whatever I do, it will be considered as a criticism because the qualities that you have, your greatness, your magnanimity is enormous. That is her mellow or intent, emotion. And this can be seen only in two characters, that is Shabri and Ramji's father-in-law, the king of Videha, King Janak. I will take you tomorrow to Janak Maharaj. As Shabri Mata has said that I cannot venerate you. Similarly, Janakji has said, how shall I praise you or glorify you. I am incapable. So, in essence,
के बारे में वही बोलते हैं जो
a
कुछ नहीं
person
जानते हैं।
who doesn't know anything
प्रभु को
speaks
क्या
about the
हो
Lord.
गया,
Those who know
शबरी की तरह यही
the
कहेगा
gravity of the Lord
कि प्रभु
will
को
say,
क्या
like
बोलूं,
Shabri, that what shall I
जनक जी की
say?
तरह यही बोलेगा
Who will
कि
say,
राम
like
बोलो
Janak
राम
Maharaj,
बोलो।
that what shall I
हमारे
speak
यहाँ
now?
गुजराती में वो कहे
In
कि
Gujarati,
ખાલી
there is
નોની
a
હોય ને
saying
ઈ છલકાય,
that
जो
half
अधूरा
filled
होता है,
vessels
अधूरा घड़ा वही
only
छलकता है, बाकी जो घड़ा पूरा होता है
fills.
वो तो नहती
A,
नहती करके कह देता है कि वो यहाँ तक
the
तो
pot
भरा
that
ही
is
नहीं है।
full, it will not
तो ये
overflow.
सब बातें हैं, मेरा मन
So
तो
these
कहता
are the
था
things.
कि
So
प्रथम
it was
भक्ति
my
लीला
desire
पर
that
चर्चा
I
हो,
should speak
लेकिन
on the
संत
first
की
limb of
महिमा
devotional
वर्णना
service,
करने
but
में आज का
we
समय हो गया, तो हम
discussed
यहीं
about
पर
the
विराम
stuti
करते हैं।
and
आप
glorification. So
सारे
let's
भक्त बड़ी
pause
धैर्य
here.
से, बड़ी
You
श्रद्धा
all
से
have been
कथा
listening
सुन रहे
with
हैं,
so much faith
इसलिए मैं इतनी
and
डिटेल में जा रहा हूँ, प्रयास कर रहा हूँ।
emotion. That is why
नहीं
I'm
तो
trying
केवल
to go
सुनते
in
ही रहो,
further
सुनते रहो,
detail.
इतना घंटा इतने दिन तक बोलना,
Otherwise, for so
ना
many
बोलने
days,
वाला
just to
बोल
speak on
सकता है, ना
stuti,
सुनने वाले इतना धैर्य रख सकते
neither
हैं,
the
लेकिन
speaker can
आपकी
speak and
धैर्य,
or
आपकी
the
श्रद्धा
listeners can
और
listen.
आपकी कृपा
But
ही मुझे कुछ
by your
करने
mercy and your enthusiasm to
प्रेरित
listen,
कर
your
रही है।
inquisitiveness
तो धन्यवाद
motivates me
सभी
to
भक्तों का,
speak. So I'm really
और
thankful
विशेष
to all of
धन्यवाद
you, and I
इस कथा
especially
का
want to thank
आयोजन
the
करने वाले
organizers of this
समग्र
Katha,
पत्नी परिवार को,
the entire Patni family,
जिनके सहयोग से हम
by whose
शास्त्रों
support
के इन मूल्यों को,
we
हाँ,
are
इसका मूल्यांकन
listening
करते
to
हुए समझने
these
का एक विनम्र
principles,
प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
and we are trying with all
सभी
humility to
श्री
understand these
योगेश भाई,
principles in
रमेश
detail.
भाई,
So I'm really
रमेश
thankful to
भाई,
Yogesh Bhai, Ramesh Bhai,
प्रभुदास भाई,
Prabhudas
सभी
Bhai.
भक्तों को भूरी भूरी धन्यवाद।
I'm really
क्या
thankful to
विचार
all
है,
of
परम
you.
कथा करते
Just
करते
imagine,
6 दिन बीत गए,
trees
ऐसा
that
लगता है
6 days
दिन
have
भी नहीं
passed.
बीती, और जोतरे जोतामा
It
दिवसो वीती
seems
गया।
as if 6 minutes have just
तो कल
passed.
अंतिम दिन है,
So
मैं
tomorrow is the
सब तो
last day.
पूर्ण नहीं कर पाऊंगा, लेकिन प्रथम
I
भक्ति
won't be
लीला
able to
में पूर्ण
conclude
कर दूंगा।
the Bhakti,
इसी
but I will
भावना के
try to
साथ
conclude the
हम
first limb
आज
with this hope
छठे दिन के
and
सत्संग का
prayers.
विराम
Let's
देते हैं।
conclude today's session with Jai Jaikar.
आज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण के